I've got a question for you, Wayne. When was the last time Glencoe beat Hokes Bluff?
I think it's 6 straight wins for Hokes Bluff. So it would have been, what, 86, I guess, something like that. Keith Weaver, down on the field, used to play in all of these Glencoe Hokes Bluff tussles. He was a Hokes Bluff standout. Keith, this means a lot to both sides, Glencoe and Hokes Bluff.
Yeah, it sure does, Wayne, and that's evidenced by the both stands being already full, and we're still 20 minutes from kickoff. But this goes a long way back, the Hokes Bluff-Glencoe rivalry does. And it's big to both of these communities and both of these schools, and it goes a long way in determining what kind of football team that each team's going to have the rest of the year. The winner of this game, usually has the upper hand, and it goes on. Even though these two teams are not in the same area, it still goes a long way in determining how good a season they have. And tonight it's a classic, probably the best matchup Hokes Bluff-Glencoe in a long time. And as you said, Hokes Bluff's won 6 in a row, but Glencoe's knocking on the door this year. They've got a great football team, and are really going to give Hokes Bluff a run for the money. It's a very evenly matched game. Should be a great one.
We'll get some more insight from Michael and Keith a little bit later on and during the pregame warm-ups. We'll also give you the starting lineups, but first we've got the coaches' interviews, Danny Payne and Brian Mintz, and we'll listen to those folks and what the coaches have to say right after this 2-minute timeout. Won that ball game down in Vincent until after that interview. Our game of the week last week, we called and checked in on that Hokes Bluff score, and we were told that they'd lost 7-0. The Wire had put it out that way, and a lot of folks didn't get the right score until Monday. For example, I didn't know it until that Monday interview with Danny that they'd even won the game, so I kind of felt a little dumb. Keith Weaver, being an old alum here at Hokes Bluff, we wanted to know the score, and I think that's probably the first score you got too, Keith, 7-0 Vincent last week.
Yeah, it was. I searched and searched after the Etowah game and couldn't find it, and then when I did it was 7-0. And called to give my condolences to Coach Payne after the game, and he assured me that they had won 19-7, but they were down 7-0 late in the third quarter and came back and had a good stand and got back in the ball game and wound up winning it 19-7.
So we got all that straightened out. Both teams are 2-1. Let's give you the starting offensive lineup. First of all, for Glencoe, they'll have the ball first as they did not win the toss. Hokes Bluff won the toss. They deferred to the second half, their choice. But Glencoe will go at tackles with Gage Gober and Chad Blevins. The guards will be Zach Phillips, 68, and Jason Tucker, 64. The center will be Seth Woodard, number 55. Wideouts will be Jake Underwood, 11, and Brian Fant, 42. Charlie Gallagher will be the tight end. In the backfield, Brett Yancey, number 5. The quarterback, Will Yarbrough, will be the fullback, and Wade Lohman will be the tailback. Just about ready for football on a kind of a warm, humid type night in Hokes Bluff. They'll need those heat timeouts out there tonight.
Because it is down in the press box, it's humid. I know it's got to be that way on the field. It is humid on the field, or is there a breeze down there?
I think he was right in front of the speakers and couldn't hear you there, but it is a wonderful crowd, as you might imagine, with this beautiful weather. Stands are packed on both sides of the field, and we're just about ready for football. Hokes Bluff to kick it off. They've got number 55 all set to go. That's Joey Dickens. He's got it teed up. And back deep for Glencoe, Wade Lohman is the deep man back at about the 5-yard line. Dickens waiting for the whistle from the official, and we'll be underway. Hokes Bluff and Glencoe. Good to have you along on the Big Wax High School Football Game of the Week. There's the whistle. Dickens advances on it, hits it high and short. They're going to kick it away from Lohman. This will be Underwood picking it up at the 20, trying to go to the far side. Cuts back up 25-30. He's to the 40. He's going to go midfield to the 40. Underwood to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, 5, and a touchdown.
I mean, what a scene up the middle.
Jake Underwood.
That was unbelievable. He just saw a seam, went right through it, and nobody could catch it.
The big play there, Keith Weaver, that was down on the field. Underwood picked the ball up and looked like he was going to try to circle wide. All of a sudden, he turned it right up the middle, and it was smooth sailing.
Yeah, it was. Once he got through that initial Hokes Bluff defenders, he was gone. And Hokes Bluff with a big breakdown in specialty teams. They all got bunched up together where he caught the ball, and he just took it outside. There wasn't anybody there.
Yancey will try to tack on the PAT as lightning strikes in a hurry for the Glencoe Yellow Jackets. High snap. They get it on the tee, and it's blocked. I believe the high snap threw the timing off just a little bit. So time it on the field. 11:46 left in the first period. It's Glencoe 6 and Hokes Bluff nothing.
Option Care offers intravenous services in the home.
Way, and it's 6-0 Glencoe. 79-yard touchdown kickoff return from Jake Underwood.
It took him 14 seconds to do that.
Lohman will kick off now for Glencoe. It's a squibber up the middle of the field. And this will be number 23 for Hokes Bluff. That's Brent Hill up the middle, 30, 33, up to the 35, maybe the 36 as the pile keeps moving.
What an effort.
And Hokes Bluff will start in good field position, trailing 6-0.
Hokes Bluff man was hit a few times, but he was not giving up.
We give you the starting offensive lineup for Glencoe. Now we'll give it to you for Hokes Bluff because they will be actually the first offense we'll see. They'll go with Brent Hill, the split out junior, number 23. Tight end will be Chris Bontrager, number 83. The tackles will be Bert Hill and Joey Dickens. Right now, first down with Boozer out of the eye. Let's see what happens from the 36. Quick pitch going left. We'll double reverse it. Back around now, a pass off the reverse, and it's incomplete. Hill can't quite hold it at the Glencoe 45. It was a reverse and then a pass. If you saw Auburn last week against LSU, they used that to perfection. LSU also tried it, but Hokes Bluff had the man out there, couldn't quite hold it. It would have been a great catch if Hill could have caught it at the Glencoe 45.
I don't believe Coach Payne's going to hold anything back on a razzle-dazzle play from the first play of scrimmage.
If that's any indication, you're certainly right. The guards tonight for Glencoe for Hokes Bluff as we continue their offensive look. Brian Burke, number 56 on the left side. Wayne Aldridge, number 63 on the right side. And Jason Miller is the center. Quick pitch on the offensive play there, and a big hit on the corner. Number 31 trying to make the turn. Scott Phillips was hit about a yard past the line of scrimmage as he took the quick pitch going right, and there was nothing there.
The man who just ran the touchdown back for, made the touchdown for Glencoe, Jake Underwood, hit him first, and then Jason Floyd kind of sandwiched him.
In the backfield for Hokes Bluff, Brian Boozer, the junior signal caller, is at quarterback. Senior fullback Daniel Spivey, number 44, and the tailback Scott Phillips. Craig Walker and Michael Childress will also see some action in the backfield. Possession down, third down, 9. They go fullback right up the middle, breaks one tackle, breaks another, 45 to midfield to the Glencoe 45 on a big, big run and a possession down, Daniel Spivey for Hokes Bluff.
I mean, he broke 3 good Glencoe tackles, and it took Brent Yancey finally to get him down for Glencoe.
Big, big play there for Hokes Bluff because Glencoe had him stopped at the line of scrimmage. They had momentum going their way. If they could have had 3 downs and out and the football right back with a 6-0 lead, they could have kept that momentum going. Now Hokes Bluff has it in Glencoe territory at the the Yellow Jacket 45-yard line. They're in the eye, and they'll leave it with the tailback. He's got 5, got 10 to the 35, 30. To the Glencoe 26-yard line goes Craig Walker, number 1.
This is hard to believe, but it looks like both these Hokes Bluff running backs have got jelly on their legs or something, because every time Glencoe tries to tackle them, they're just sliding off.
Keith Weaver, some good running, good hard running out of the Hokes Bluff backfield on the last couple of plays.
Yeah, it sure was, Wayne. You know, it's strange, too, because Hokes Bluff thought they was going to have to pass to win this football game, but it's still early. But these first 2 or 3 running plays they've had look real impressive against a Glencoe defense that averages 70 pounds more per man.
Childress and Walker in there in the I backfield, and Boozer on the count. Hands off. This is Walker, and he gets maybe a couple up to near the 25-yard line. Craig Walker really jarred back there by the middle of that Glencoe defensive line.
Headed up by Jason Floyd, number 44.
9:33 and counting. First period, 6-0. Glencoe as Underwood went 79 yards on the opening kickoff. Hokes Bluff trying to answer here in the early stages of the first period. They're in the eye on the left hash. One wide people left and right. Short drop to the quarterback. He's away. Got a man wide open. He caught it down at the 8. Now they say it's incomplete. He was hit hard just about the time he caught the football. He didn't hold it long enough for the possession. That was Hill who almost caught it. I think Yancey was the man who dislodged the ball from him.
Hammered him. I mean, if he hadn't hit him so hard, that would have been a complete pass.
He had him open, and Boozer put it in pretty good shape. Just a good defensive play there by the Glencoe quarterback, who goes both ways, also plays a defensive back, Brett Yancey. And it's 3rd down 9. Back to pass. Boozer, little pattern out in the flat. Got a man at the 20, down to the 19. It'll be short of the first down, but good yardage over there. Catching the football, number 83 for Hokes Bluff is Chris Bontrager.
Defense on Glencoe, Brian Fant and John Day making the tackle.
But now Hokes Bluff will look at 4th down and a long 3. Keith, what do you think? Run or pass?
Well, I think they've got to put the ball in the air, and they're not even thinking about field goal because Hokes Bluff's field goal team is terrible. So they're going to go for it. I think they'll throw the ball.
Edge to one side, Woods to the other. They're in the eye, and now they'll call timeout. Brian Boozer didn't like the look of the Glencoe defense. He stands up and calls PO with 8:31 to go in the first. Timeout on the field with a score. Glencoe 6 and Hokes Bluff nothing. We're back at Hokes Bluff, and the Eagles looking at a big 4th down. We'll call it, long 3, short 4. They're just inside the Glencoe 20. They trail 6-0. As they come up, they'll send number 4, Jason Woods, wide to the right side. And now the officials step in before they can line up.
Equipment and chin strap will pass him.
Number 63 having a chin strap problem, as Michael Hall telling you there, Wayne Aldridge, and they'll get a replacement in there until he can get his chin strap fixed, or maybe a new one put on. So that has delayed things just a little bit. We'll see what Hokes Bluff calls here on this early crucial play. They've got a power I, one man wide right, power I to the left, and Boozer on the count. He'll roll left. Now he wants to throw on play action. He's away, and it is incomplete. Had a man in the end zone, threw it long, and Boozer really popped as he let go of the football. It really didn't affect the trajectory of the ball. He hung right in there. Had a man in the end zone, but he overshot him. Jake Underwood on the defensive coverage, and the ball will go over on downs to Glencoe.
They went for it all. Did not want that. Did not go for a first. Went for all the 6 points, but came up short.
Impressed with Boozer there, as he had to hear those footsteps coming after him, and Glencoe really popped him just as he let go of the football. Might have made him put a little more juice on it. It had been about 2 or 3 feet shorter. I think his man had a good chance to catch it. Glencoe comes up. Yancey, the quarterback. He'll go right up the middle with a big fullback. Yarbrough, boy, if he hit hard in there. Number 44 for Hokes Bluff, Daniel Silvey, among others.
Michael Childress also.
I think we've got it on our one of our playlists as Spivey, and I'm going to have to change that because it is Silvey, and we made that mistake last time we were here, and we apologize for that. I don't know how I got that to begin with, but it's Daniel Silvey.
He was last time.
Number 44. And we're going to get that right from here on out tonight, as we had it on the play sheets wrong the time before. Silvey goes both ways, linebacker and running back for Hokes Bluff. Glencoe, the ball, the quick pitch goes to Lohman, going right, trying to get by, and he can't do it. He's hit right at the 20-yard line as they tried to turn the corner over there, and they couldn't do it.
Shoestring tackle by 57, Brian Carroll of Hokes Bluff.
So 3rd down and 9. Glencoe will look at a possession down. First time that they've really had the ball offensively, as the first time they were kicked off 2. They went 79 yards on the opening kickoff. Jake Underwood toting the mail that time. 3rd down play. They've got 3 wide right, trips right, and 1 man wide left. Nobody in the backfield, and they tried a little trickery there, but it's not going to work. Brett Yancey had the field spread thin. He was going to take a 1-step drop and then run a quarterback draw, and it did not fool Hokes Bluff as they knocked him down right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down and long. Glencoe will have to punt the football.
Brian Burt for Hokes Bluff was just going up the middle, and he got a hold of Yancey. Yancey could not go anywhere.
Hokes Bluff back at their own 45 to receive the punt. I think that's Walker. Number 42 puts a foot in it for Glencoe. It'll hit, take a good Glencoe bounce. Walker picks it up at the 45, and he gets back to the 47. Good punt coverage there. Number 53 was the man who put the finishing touches on him, Shane Cashman.
Daniel Cook was the first man to hit him.
And Brian Fant was the man who punted the ball for Glencoe. So Hokes Bluff will start in excellent field position in their own territory, but just barely there at their 47, 3 yards shy of midfield. 6:25 and counting in the first period. Glencoe 6 and Hokes Bluff nothing on the Big Wax High School Football Game of the Week. On first down, back to pass, Boozer swings it out to Sylvie over there. Sylvie's got it, and he'll lose a yard as Glencoe defenses it very nicely over there in the right flat, and it'll be second down long.
Benny Wink played great coverage on that pass. He did not let go.
Now we've got the midway first period heat timeout. Timeout on the field with 5:54 to play in the first. It's Glencoe 6 and Hokes Bluff nothing. He got back to the original line of scrimmage in maybe a half yard, and it'll be third down long. So after that initial 79-yard kickoff return, Keith Weaver, things starting to settle down just a little bit down there on the field.
Yeah, that was surprise for a start of a football game, but what an atmosphere tonight. Both stands packed to the gills, and they're 3 and 4 deep all around the fence.
You got that right. Football still hot item here in Etowah County, and in particular the Hokes Bluff Glencoe game. A slot right, I formation, and Boozer right in the middle of the field takes the snap on play action, straight back to pass. Looking down the middle of the field, it's almost intercepted. Underwood had it at the 35 and couldn't hold it. Jake Underwood, the man who had that kickoff return for a touchdown, had a chance to go about 65 more there, but it was not a tightly thrown spiral. The ball kind of wobbling a little bit, and he couldn't quite bring it in.
I don't know if this is the reason or not, but there were 3 big yellow jerseys back in the backfield.
So Hokes Bluff dodges a bullet. They'll have a chance to punt it away now. As Bontrager checks in, he did a great job punting the last time we had Hokes Bluff in the Gaston game. Underwood is back at his 15 to receive the punt. Bontrager waiting for the snap. He'll hit it from about his own 37. Got a good snap. And the left footer hits it high, a nice spiral. Glencoe will let it bounce. It'll take just about a neutral bounce and go out of bounds at the 23-yard line. 5 minutes, 1 second left in the first quarter of play. 6-0 Glencoe as they go back on the offensive here in Hokes Bluff on a nice night, albeit maybe a little bit warm. Things should be cooling off any minute, though.
Yeah, it'll cool off soon. Yeah, we played most of this ball game on our right-hand side or Glencoe side of the field.
Glencoe heading toward the southern end zone. They're defending the northern end zone. They're at their 23-yard line. They go with Lohman. Lohman hit just about immediately and might have got a half yard. Good tackle in there. Number 33 led the charge.
Michael Childress just buried him.
And it'll be second down long. Glencoe has not been able to mount any kind of offense. First time they had it, now the first snap, their second possession, hadn't done anything. And we'll see if they can get on track. Good size for Glencoe and probably a little bit more speed, you would think, across that forward line defensively for Hokes Bluff. Out of the eye, back to pass is Yancey. Now he'll roll right, looking, he's away, incomplete. Threw it a little bit low. Number 88 was out there for Hokes Bluff, Charlie Gallagher. He was well covered. If he had caught the ball, he wouldn't have made much, maybe 4 or 5, but it was thrown about 3 feet in front of him into the ground. It'll be incomplete and bring up a possession play. Third down and long, about 10 for a Yellow Jacket first.
The reason I believe that pass was so short because 55 Joey Dickens and 57 Brian Carroll of Hokes Bluff was breathing down Yancey's neck.
Incomplete pass stops the clock with 4:17 left in the first, and Glencoe just now breaking huddle. They're led up by Seth Woodard, their center, number 55, Brett Yancey right behind him, and he's got a split backfield, wide people left and right, and he's straight back to pass. Big rush, he's going to run. He's 25. Yancey puts the headgear down to the 30, and that'll be short. He does pick up about 7 yards, but it'll be 2 or 3 yards shy of first down yardage, and Glencoe again will have to punt it away.
When Yancey took off running that time, you could just see a sea of green just kind of just close in on him. Number 20, Kevin Young, the first man to hit him for Hokes Bluff.
Last time they had third down, he called his own number on a quarterback draw. This time he did not run by design. Hokes Bluff flushed him out of there, and he was running for his life. 42 to punt it. That's Brian Fayette. He gets a good snap. Nice floating punt. Almost over the head of the return man. Walker gets it to the 35. Back up to the 40. Changes field of direction. Fumbles the football. Glencoe's got it at the 42-yard line.
Recovered by number 44 of Glencoe. That's Jason Floyd.
Number 1 was doing a good job. That's Craig Walker of reversing field. I think he was about to change arms, Keith Weaver, and somebody hit the football about that time and dislodged it from him.
Yeah, I believe he was, Wayne, and also he had lots of yardage. He had a lot of green he was fixing to pick up before he fumbled.
So Glencoe gets another big break. They're at the 42 in Hokes Bluff territory, 1st and 10, and they come up in the eye. They've got a man split wide left. That's Fant. Now a man in motion. Underwood. He gets the toss. Underwood cuts it back, and he loses his footing right at the line of scrimmage. Number 33, Michael Childress, was about to apply a hit on him about the time that his feet went out from under him.
He had good timing for his feet to go out from under him because he was going to go down one way or the other.
So they line Underwood up as a flanker over there and let him go wide, kind of like Alabama uses David Palmer, lets him go wide in motion, and then they kind of pitch it to him after he's got a kind of full head of steam up. But it didn't work out this time for Glencoe. It's 2nd down 10 at the Hokes Bluff Eagle 42. Same offensive set, except this time Underwood is on the left side. He'll go in motion again, and they'll go right up the middle with the fullback. He's got 5 yards. He's got 7 yards down to the 35. Fullback got the ball, Will Yarbrough. They ran the same play in reverse this time, and they faked the pitch to Underwood, kind of using him as a decoy, a lot like Alabama does again there with Palmer. Then they turn and hand it off to the fullback. Good scheme there, Keith Weaver, as I think they might have been watching some of the Alabama playbook there.
Yeah, I believe so, because that looked a lot like Alabama's offense and what they try to do.
3rd down 2 at the Hokes Bluff 35-yard line. Out of the eye, Yancey on the count, and Hokes Bluff, I think, encroaches defensively. Penalty flags fly everywhere, and we'll see if they were drawn off or if they just got in that neutral zone. It appears that Hokes Bluff just jumped offside. That'll be the call, and that'll give Glencoe the 1st down at the Eagle 30.
Everything going Glencoe's way so far.
Minute 50 left in the first period. It's 6-0 Glencoe on a 79-yard opening kickoff return from Jake Underwood, who is also a fine basketball player. We got to see Jake in the county tournament last year, and he put on a show out there too.
He can shoot the round ball, I know that.
Underwood in motion. They'll pitch it to him going right. On a penalty play, they'll blow this one dead. As something happened, it's going to be illegal procedure against Glencoe, and that will give the 5 yards right back. The only thing, they won't be able to take the 1st down away from them. It'll be 1st and 15. So they swap 5-yard penalties, but Glencoe will retain 1st down.
But gain a few downs from it.
1st and 15 from the Eagle 35. Football on the left hash as they move toward the southern end zone with 1:27 left in the first period. Stephen Chapman will line up wide left for Glencoe. Again, the eye with Underwood on the wing, left side. Now he'll go in motion. Again, they toss it to Underwood. Underwood hit at the 35 and goes down right there as he gains very little. They've used that play just like that several times. Sometimes they'll go ahead and pitch it to him while he's in motion. Sometimes they'll use him as a decoy.
Well, Brent Hill, a junior for Hokes Bluff, saw it coming, and he was in the right spot at the right time.
We're under 1:52 and counting left here in the first period. And Glencoe with that 6-0 lead, huddling back at the 40. Now they break. And we'll see what they call on 2nd down 15. Same offensive set. Again, in motion Underwood. They fake the pitch to him, and rolling the other way, Yancey. Now he'll throw, and he'll be a little bit long for his intended receiver, Stephen Chapman. Same offensive move there as they had the man in motion, Underwood. This time Yancey faked the pitch to Underwood going right, and then he comes and rolls left, tries to find the man in the left flat, but he overshot his intended receiver, Stephen Chapman. It's 3rd down, 15.
Well, this Glencoe offense looks very impressive. They're just not connecting on what they're trying. But I mean, if they hit on all cylinders, that's a heck of an offense.
Brian Fant comes in, replacing Chapman at a wideout with a play from the bench and Coach Brian Mintz. And let's see what they call on 3rd down, 15. On play action, wanting to throw Yancey, big pressure, rolling left. Now he's going to try to throw it down into the end zone, and it's incomplete. He had a man down there, Underwood, but he couldn't get it to him. As Underwood I think he had a step, Keith Weaver, on the secondary back there, but so much pressure put on Yancey, he couldn't put the ball on the numbers.
Well, that's true, Wayne. He did. He had an open receiver down here in the end zone, but like you said, he was under so much pressure, and he had to get rid of the ball, I think, a little quicker than he wanted to because he was approaching the line of scrimmage.
So incomplete pass, and it's 4th and 15. The Glencoe offense hasn't really been able to generate much at all, only 1 first down, and we're 21 seconds left in the first period. Of course, the offense is Hokes Bluff has moved the ball better.
Chris Bottringer for the Bluff was the one flushing him out of the pocket.
On 4th down, out of the shotgun, they will go for it. Yancey, now he'll pooch punt it. Yancey will punt it, and it will go into the end zone, I believe. Now they say...
Yep.
Into the end zone. Lohman almost got it down there at the goal line. He dove and tried to bat it back, but the official right on the spot said no, it crossed the plane, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. So Glencoe only gains about 15 yards on that punt as they had it to the 35, and they will bring it back to the 20.
The yardsmen, or that's what they're called, isn't it? What do they call it, the yardsmen? The guys that hold the sticks on the far end of the field over there, they don't have to move the sticks at all. They're still 1st and 10.
The
chain gang. Thank you, the chain gang.
Hokes Bluff football first down at their own 20-yard line, and Boozer on the count. He's got a man in motion, that's Edge, and he'll give it to the tailback, and he's hit immediately. Not much there at all this time.
Good tackle by 45, John Day of Glencoe.
That's Phillips, Scott Phillips running with the football. It'll be 2nd down and still about 10 yards to go. And that's the final play of the first period. After 1 quarter from Hokes Bluff, Alabama, your score, the Glencoe Yellow Jackets 6 and the Hokes Bluff Eagles nothing.
And right now, the Atlanta Braves.
Off return, but Jake Underwood, so far the difference in tonight's game.
That's a great way to start the game for Glencoe, and I'm sure caught Hokes Bluff very surprised.
Hokes Bluff comes up from the 20, football in the middle of the field, and they've got wide man number 4, Jason Woods, wide to the right side. They're in split backs for the first time tonight, and they put a man in motion, number 22. On play action, back to pass. Boozer got a man crossing at the 30 to the 31-yard line. That's Jason Woods, who had lined up wide right and slanted over the middle, caught it right in stride from Brian Boozer. It'll be first down Hokes Bluff at the 33 is where they finally say that his knee touched.
Great pass, great catch. Jake Underwood had coverage and had good coverage on him, but the ball was just so perfectly thrown, there was nothing he could do but just tackle him after he'd caught it.
Craig Walker checks in. He'll be the tailback. He's in there with Sylvie, the upback. And again, they've got Woods wide right. Man on the also right flank over there. They hand it off to the tailback and nothing at all. Good defensive work there. 53 and 45, respectively, for Glencoe. That's Shane Cashman and John Day. They were all over the ball carrier, Craig Walker, no gain. In fact, he lost a couple of yards, we'll say. 2nd down and 12, back at the 30-yard line. This time, Hokes Bluff will send 2 people wide right, a slot right. Edge is in the slot. Woods also over there. They're in the eye. And Boozer, before he can get the snap off, whistles and flags. And we'll see what happens. Norman Brown will give us the signal. Offsides Glencoe as the Yellow Jackets got in that neutral zone. That'll cost them 5, and it'll be 2nd down and about 8. So the Yellow Jackets give away 5 yards. 10:57 and counting in the second period. And Hokes Bluff will go to a different play. As they were in the slot, now they've just got one wide out. That's Woods on the right side. Edge is the flanker on the right. This will be the first man through. The halfback on the right side running for about 2 yards. Not much there for Sylvie. Or excuse me, that's Michael Childress this time, number 33. So 3rd down and about 5 for a Hokes Bluff first down if they want to keep the football here on this 3rd down possession down. Hill comes into the play. Brent Hill, number 23. And he'll line up wide on the left side. Bontrager will line up wide right. And they've got one lone setback and a double wing look. Double wing and Boozer straight back to pass. Short drop, he's away, incomplete. Bontrager couldn't hold the bullet at midfield. Really had some zip on it. Boozer put it out there and couldn't quite hold on to it. Was Bontrager. It'll be 4th down, and Bontrager will have to come back and do the punting after that incomplete pass.
On that play, that Glencoe defense was ready. I mean, all kind of hands went up when the ball went in the air on the Glencoe side trying to block the pass.
Underwood back to receive the punt at his 25. Bontrager back at his 25. Waiting for the snap. And they got a good snap. Not much of a rush. And a high kick, but straight up. Not going to get much distance out of this one. It will take a Glencoe bounce now, just about go dead at the 47-yard line. So not one of Bontrager's better efforts there, as Glencoe will start in excellent field position at their own 47 with that 6-0 lead.
Bontrager punt down at the 47-yard line. Like a lot of offense. Not many yards, but we're seeing a lot of offense tonight.
Well, except for that first drive by Hokes Bluff, we really haven't seen that much. Glencoe's got one first down, and Hokes Bluff's been stopped pretty well. I think we're seeing more defense, except for, like I say, that first offensive drive by Hokes Bluff. There's a big play by Lohman, midfield to the 45, and boy, he has got some quick feet. I thought he might go for more. He did get about 9 or 10, and Keith Weaver, if you heard Danny Payne on the opening interview, he was worried about Lohman's speed tonight.
Yeah, he was, and also, like I said, the big size difference on the offensive and defensive lines. Glencoe on offense and defense outweighs Hokes Bluff 70 pounds, probably per man on average. And like you said, Lohman, a great runner with a lot of speed, and he's a big guy, too. And he's got some good moves for a big guy.
Got 8 on that last play. They say his knee touched at the 45, so 2nd down 2. Out of the eye, it'll be Lohman again, and he's hit in the backfield on a good stop there. Number 56, Brian Burke. As Lohman falls forward for maybe, let's just give him back to the line of scrimmage. Not much there, as Burke was really looking for Lohman on that play.
I mean, Glencoe and Hokes Bluff both, they're having some offensive plays that are really looking good, and then the defenses will stand up, and the offenses will do something, the defenses will do something, and it's just, to me, this is a very well-played ball game. I mean, there's a few penalty flags, but both of them are playing, they're executing pretty well.
Wide people left and right out of the eye. Let's see what Yancey will call here. Option play left side. He got it himself, cuts it up 40, got his first down, puts his head down and goes to the 36-yard line. Good play there by Brett Yancey, the senior quarterback, as he optioned down the left side of the line of scrimmage, saw the opening and cut it up himself. He had a trailing back, but he read it just right and cut it up and got his first down. Good heady play by the quarterback, Brett Yancey, number 5. 8:08 and counting in the second period. Glencoe out of that eye. Again, wide people to either side of the field. And Yancey leaves it with the fullback and barely got the handoff made before Hokes Bluff just had a chance to tackle the quarterback and the ball carrier, Yarborough. That play, just nothing there at all.
He almost handed it to Burt Hill for Hokes Bluff. That's how fast Burt was in on that play.
So a very good play in the middle there by the defense of Hokes Bluff, as they were looking for the fullback, and they got him and put him right down with no gain. 2nd down 10. Yarborough the up man, Lohman the tailback, and this will be Lohman pitch right. Cut it up 35, and down to the 31 goes Wade Lohman. Looked like he stretched out and dove for about the last 4 yards there, as he got some good body lean and picked up good yardage.
Joey Dickens for the Bluff making the stop.
about a 6-yard pickup. And it'll be third down, long 4. Need almost 5 yards here on third down, but you would think Glencoe in that 4-down territory at the Hokes Bluff 31. Coach Mintz and company trying to put in a good play here on third down 5. They've got Underwood in there, the flanker, on a wing on the right side out of the eye. Underwood in a lot of traffic, and he goes nowhere. They tried to line him up on the right wing and then kind of slant him across there, and Keith Weaver, just too much traffic to slant across that middle that time for Underwood.
Yeah, it sure was, Wayne. Hokes Bluff brought everybody that time. They brought all their linebackers and everything, anticipating Glencoe to come up the middle, and it was a good guess on the defense part.
So now 4th and about 6.
Looked like Brent Barber, the first Eagle to hit him.
4th and 6 at the 32. And Glencoe will go for it out of the eye. Let's see what Yancey will do. Now he's going to change an audible at the line of scrimmage. He changed the play. And it will be an option play. Now the quick pitch goes to Lohman. Lohman running for the marker over there, puts his head down. It's going to be very close to a first down. It will depend entirely on the spot down near the 25.
I believe he's got it by about half a yard.
And he does have it. Orman Brown, I see him already giving the indication, 1st and 10, as that was kind of a weird play. They changed it at the line of scrimmage. Brett Yancey, option play down the line of scrimmage, and his trailing back was a good 10, probably 10 feet of separation there. Had to throw it, a good distance to get it back to his trailing back.
As he was in the grasp of the Hokes Bluff defender.
And Lohman was able to get his first down. We've got the midway second period heat timeout. Timeout with 5:50 to go in the second quarter. And it's Glencoe 6, Hokes Bluff nothing. Well, all the scoring took place in the first, 14 seconds of the game when Underwood went 79 with the opening kickoff. Since then, it's been pretty much the defenses. And Glencoe now threatening somewhat. They've got it 1st and 10 down at the Hokes Bluff 25-yard line. And they come up left hash mark headed toward the northern end zone. They're in the eye, and they give it to Lohman, the tailback, and he goes for about 5 right off of a left tackle over there.
Chris Bottringer for Hokes Bluff making the stop. Good defensive play by Chris.
So 2nd down 5. I'm sure Glencoe would love to get 5 yards on first down every time. That'll set up that offense nicely. But Hokes Bluff has been real stingy on first downs for the most part here in the first half. 5:24 and counting left in the first half. Underwood will line up wide right. They've also got a man wide left over there. That's Fant. Now a man in motion. Number 88 is Gallagher. Yancey on a long count. He'll option down the right side. Now he tosses to Lohman. Lohman on the right corner looking for a block. 20 down to the 15-yard line. It'll be close to another Glencoe first down as they're using Wade Lohman as the workhorse here in this offensive series.
Yancey just about mishandled that snap, and he was in the hands of Hokes Bluff when he released the ball going back, but he almost lost the ball when he came back from center.
So it looks like it's going to be 3rd and about a foot for Glencoe, just shy of the 15-yard line. As the Yellow Jackets break huddle, they'll come out in the same offensive look. Underwood wide right, Fant wide left. And they're in the I backfield. Fumble on the snap.
He lost that one.
And that's 2 times in a row that Yancey and Woodard, the center, have had trouble with consummating the snap there. So let's see where they give him forward progress. They say going to lose about a half yard there.
Well, what's happening, the center is centering it back real fast, and I'm not sure if Yancey's ready for it.
Well, they work on that a lot, so I'm sure he's ready for the speed of the snap. It's just a matter they haven't quite hooked up here the last couple of times. Out of the eye, they're 4th and a yard. Will they sneak it? They fumble it again.
They did it again.
3 times in a row, the quarterback hadn't got the snap there, and it's going to cost him because I think Hokes Bluff will get the ball. It'll depend where they spot it, but from here, it looks like the stack is well short of the first down. It is short, and Glencoe loses a golden opportunity as they cannot get the snap to the quarterback 3 times in a row.
Well,
you can see that it looks like they were going to go on the quarterback sneak both those last 2 times, but they never got the snap. consummated between the center and the quarterback.
Well, I think the center was trying to fire off the line real fast, and they just threw the timing off.
Didn't quite hook up. It's 1st and 10 at any rate. Hokes Bluff's football, and Boozer on the count. The pitch goes to the halfback, and nothing there, and he breaks a couple of tackles, though. Good hard run by Scott Phillips. Keith Weaver, what's your assessment of those last 2 or 3 plays? What was going on down there?
Well, like you said, I believe you called it exactly right. And the center got such a quick start, he never got the ball to the quarterback. But it was Hokes Bluff had all 3 linebackers coming up the middle, and I don't know if he'd got the snap if he'd have made it. That was a great defensive stand and a big break for the Bluff.
So Hokes Bluff on 2nd down and 7 there at their own 19. And Brian Boozer is the quarterback. Wideouts to either side, the quick pitch, and now they'll go the other way. A little misdirection, but Glencoe all over that play defensively over there as the Yellow Jackets defense really fired up here and playing good football. Both defenses are playing solidly here in the first half. Over there that time, number 19, also 62 for Glencoe. Benny Wink is 19. 62 is Chad Blevins, among others, as they had 4 or 5. Michael Hall over there really all over that play.
On this series, on this defensive series for Glencoe, Glencoe has got Yellow Jackets all over the field. That's 2 or 3 wherever the ball goes.
3rd down 10. Let's see what Boozer and company will do on this one. They'll go with a draw right up the middle and nothing there. And Glencoe continues to play it very, very well.
I mean, they're hitting hard. They're you know, at first, when the first series when Hokes Bluff had the ball, they were making some good offensive plays and making some yardage on the runs. But right now, Glencoe is hitting solid. I mean, when they hit them, they're sticking.
Jason Floyd, among others, in there to knock that draw play down. It'll be 4th down long, 4th and 10, and Hokes Bluff will have to punt it away. And the very dangerous Underwood, Jake Underwood, back at his own 45 to receive Bontrager's punt. Bontrager standing back at about the 3-yard line. He'll hit it from about the 6 or 7. He hopes to get a good snap here, and we'll see if Glencoe comes after it. Got a good snap, not much of a rush, and again he hits it off the side of his foot and won't get much out of this at all. It does take a Hokes Bluff bounce, and they get a little bit of a break there of about 6 yards or so, but it will be Glencoe's ball at the Hokes Bluff 37 as Hokes Bluff right back in the soup here with poor field position defensively. A good chance again for the Yellow Jackets. And Keith Weaver 2 times in a row. Bontrager hadn't got off his best effort. He's been punting very, very well this year.
Yeah, he's hit these last 2 punts, both of them off the side of his foot, and they're getting a lot of height because he's got a lot of strength in his leg. But the way he's hitting them on his foot, he's not getting, 15, at the most 20 yards out of these punts.
Yeah, against Gaston, he was really hitting some rockets, so I'm sure he'll get back on track tonight. Right now, though, Glencoe's ball at the Hokes Bluff 37. Yancey on the count, split backs, and he leaves it with Lohman up the middle on the draw, and Lohman gets only a couple down to the 35.
Michael Jenkins, Daniel Sylvie.
Pretty fast-moving first half. We only have 48 seconds to go here in the first half. 6-0. Glencoe leads as the only scoring play of the game was the opening kickoff. It saw Jake Underwood go 79 yards for the Yellow Jackets. We got a timeout on the field. Timeout called with 48 seconds to play in the first half. It's Glencoe 6 and Hokes Bluff nothing.
Glencoe Auto Parts has all the right.
I'm sure Hokes Bluff would like to get out with only a 6-0 deficit as they put 51 seconds on the clock, and Glencoe comes up. They're in split backs, wide people left and right. That's Underwood on the right side. Watch him as Yancey goes back to pass. Looking, they're throwing long, and they're throwing in the middle of the field up for grabs, and it's caught. Number 88 used his size there. Gallagher went up at the 5 and brought it down. Charlie Gallagher, with men all over him, somehow came down with the ball. Keith Weaver, you're down there, and I tell you, that was just kind of thrown up for grabs, and the big guy got it.
That's exactly what happened. Hokes Bluff had 3 defenders all over the ball there, and he just went up and jumped all 3 of the Hokes Bluff defenders. It looked like he had about a foot of height. I believe he does. He looks like he's about 6'7". He just went up over all 3 defenders for Hokes Bluff and caught the ball.
Charlie Gallagher with the catch there from Brett Yancey, the quarterback, and Glencoe in business at the Hokes Bluff 6-yard line with 42 seconds left in the first half of play. Glencoe has called a timeout. Timeout on the field with 42 seconds left. It's Glencoe 6 and Hokes Bluff nothing.
Hokes Bluff Regional Pharmacy has over
42 seconds left. Glencoe comes up right in the middle of the field. They're at the 6-yard line. Split backs. And Yancey bobbles the exchange, and now he'll try to run it, and he gets it down near the 5-yard line. Boy, they're having trouble getting that ball from the center to the quarterback.
Just when it's a clutch situation do they have trouble.
Keith, that was another bobble there under center, wasn't it?
Yeah, it sure was, Wayne. They're having a lot of trouble. Tell you what, it's second down from the 6. Watch them to go to number 88. Was it Gallagher?
Gallagher, right.
Gallagher. Watch them to go for him again. They had him in the back of the end zone that play, and he's just standing there waving his arms, waiting on the ball.
Glencoe wants timeout again. Timeout with 25 seconds left. It's 6-0 Jackets over the Eagles.
for the most dependable drive.
Okay, here comes Glencoe. It's second down goal. Second and goal to go at the 6-yard line. Football on the right hash, and it's a slot left, and Danny Payne finally got his defense's attention. He wants a timeout. So Hokes Bluff takes a timeout with 25 seconds as Danny Payne saw something that he wanted to get his defense to check out. He didn't think he was in the right defensive formation, and they just got the timeout before Glencoe could snap the football there. Reckon what Danny saw down there, Keith Weaver?
Well, I believe that was a planned call, Wayne, because he went out there in the huddle, and I thought what I overheard was he wanted to see what Glencoe's formation was going to be when they came out. So it's kind of a cat and mouse game between Brian Mintz and Danny Payne. He wanted to see the formation that Glencoe was in, then maybe adjust their defense and see if they come out.
You see that a lot in basketball, but they do it in football too.
Exactly.
So as Keith Weaver was saying, Danny Payne wanted to see what the offensive look was, and then he was going to take his time setting his defense. Now, of course, he can't depend on the fact that Glencoe's going to come right back to that, but they may. We'll see. 25 seconds left here in the first half. 6-0, and a good football game from Hokes Bluff. The only score, the 79-yard kickoff return to open the game with Jake Underwood. He's the man in the slot. Underwood over there on the left side. They've got an I backfield and Yancey on second down and goal from the 6. Underwood in motion to the short side of the field. Option play. They toss it to Lohman. He got a block on the corner. Now they throw the penalty flag. He scores the touchdown, but they may get a clip on Glencoe. Or excuse me, may get a clip on the Yellow Jackets over there. They got a man to come across, but I think he blocked from behind there.
Well,
and let's see if that's the call.
Well, that corner was wide open.
Keith, they set it up offensively very nicely there, but it looked like he might have got a clip on the play.
Yeah, they did what they did. Glencoe took their split in, and he came back and actually did a crackback block on Hokes Bluff and never got his head in front of the man.
So that'll be a 15-yarder. It negates the touchdown. You could see Lohman was going to make it to the corner of the end zone from our vantage point, but the man that he went around over there was the man who was clipped, and that will cost him 15 big yards, and there's only 18 seconds to go. And it'll be second and goal to go, Glencoe, back at the Hokes Bluff 21-yard line. So a much different situation now for Yancey and company. Yancey on the count, and he's straight back to pass. Got a little time rolling right, lofts it into the end zone, and it almost caught again, but number 88, Gallagher, had it for a second, and they stripped it away from him.
Van Edge for Hokes Bluff was the only man between his hand and the ball.
Keith Weaver, Gallagher almost did it again, and he's mad at himself in the huddle that he didn't hold it.
Wayne, that was the exact same play that they got the 29-yard completion down to the 6-yard line. Gallagher come out of his tight end position, went straight down the field, and stopped on about the 2-yard line and just stood there waiting on the ball, and he almost come down with it.
Van Edge was the only reason he didn't.
The key to that play is giving Yancey time to throw it. He had time to get it down there, and it almost worked again. Third down goal to go from the 21. Yancey on the count. Split backs, and he's back to throw it again. He lobs it out to Lohman, and Lohman runs before he catches it, and it's incomplete, and penalty flags are down with 5 seconds left. That might be a procedure call. Let's see what the officials have here.
Against Glencoe, holding against Glencoe.
So this time, preliminary indication holding, and that'll back it up more. The clock, the big factor right here.
5 seconds.
And that will move it back to the 35-yard line. So third and goal to go. from the 35 with 5 seconds left in the first half of play.
It was first and what? Now it's third and what?
It was first and goal at the 6.
And now it's third and goal at the 35.
And the big factor, the clock. 5 seconds left. Only one setback, and yet he's straight back to pass. Being hit, he's going to be tackled for a loss. Dickens has it, and they got him on the ground.
Big 15-55, Joey Dickens had him wrapped around the leg.
That will end the first half of play, and Hokes Bluff stands very loud as Hokes Bluff's team runs by on the way to the locker room as they dodge a big bullet. Glencoe had it first and goal at the 6, and they don't get any points. Your halftime score from Hokes Bluff, Alabama. The Glencoe Yellow Jacket 6, and the Hokes Bluff Eagles nothing. Exercised their option as they deferred their choice to the second half. Their choice in the second half, they want the football. They trail 6-0. They will defend the northern goal.
Well, just to tell you how ready Hokes Bluff is to play this second half, they're already out of the field ready to receive the kickoff, and Glencoe is just now getting to their sidelines and haven't even dispersed anyone on the field.
They haven't loosened up or anything, so I don't know if they're about ready to go or not. They may have to do some loosening up and all that kind of stuff before Hokes Bluff will get a chance to do anything with the ball. As you say, though, they've already deployed into their receiving unit. Number 1 is back deep for Hokes Bluff. That is Craig Walker. And here comes Glencoe out to kick the football off. Number 29, Wade Lumen with the football. He'll tee it up and kick it off. We mentioned Walker back there. Also Woods and Hill back at the 10-yard line. Join us at Taco Bell. Make a run for the border here at the Big Wax broadcast crew. Will be heading for the Taco Bell.
After every Friday night ball game, I mean, they've got this nacho deal going on. If you love nachos, Taco Bell's a place to be.
They've got 59, I think 69 and 89.
Well, I think 69, 89, and 109.
Right, 69, 89, and 109. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. Here's the kickoff from Underwood. Hill touches it. He'll have to get back and pick it up at the 12. Now try to come up the middle of the field, 15. And he stumbles and falls at the 17-yard line. So it'll be Hokes Bluff's football at their own 17. But join us at Taco Bell as we make a run for the border after every Friday night game. And I think they've got a new Taco Bell that will be opening up in Rainbow City down in the Village Shopping Center in about a month or so.
That is about a month away.
And don't tell them we told you so, but there might be some employment opportunities down that way.
Possibly.
Possibly. So check it out at Taco Bell and meet the Big Wax crew there for some nachos and other things immediately following this and every Friday night game at Taco Bell. On first down, Boozer will hand it off right up the middle, and boy, what a big lick by Glencoe defensively. That is number 44, who had a great first half. That is Jason Floyd, who really popped the Hokes Bluff ball carrier, Phillips. No gain. It'll be second down and 10, and boy, what a big welcome to the second half. Keith, that's probably the hardest lick we've seen passed all night.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, we've seen a lot of hard licks tonight, but that was the best one I've seen.
Second down 10 for Hokes Bluff with Boozer with an eye backfield behind him. He fumbles, and he'll have to pick it up and get what he can, and that'll be very short yardage, as that's Hokes Bluff's Achilles heel. This time, Glencoe saw that problem 4 times in a row in the first half, but now Hokes Bluff has a problem between the center and the quarterback, and it'll be third down and long, a possession down for Hokes Bluff back around the 15-yard line. 3rd and 11, we'll call it. No rain. I don't know. It maybe just be excitement about a big football game, but we've had a lot of mishandled snaps tonight, mostly on the Glencoe side. 3rd down long, a slot right over there, and also a man split wide left. And now a man back in motion is edged toward the line of scrimmage to the short side of the field now. And again, they fumble the snap, and the quarterback gets back on it at the 15-yard line. So, boy, it is contagious. Keith Weaver, I tell you, I've never seen so many loose pigskins down there coming back from the center to the quarterback.
Well, you know, after an inspired first half, both of these teams have come out fired up, and that's probably playing a big role in it. But on the grass here, there is a little bit of dampness. They had some rain out here, I understand, earlier this afternoon, and there's still a good bit of dampness on there, but there's no excuse for either team fumbling as many snaps as they have.
It's going to be 4th down, and Bontrager, who had a subpar for him first half of kicking, is back there to punt it. He's standing on the goal line, waiting for the snap on 4th and long. And now there's the snap. Bontrager hits a Nice floating punt that will hit at the 40, take a Hokes Bluff bounce to midfield, and bounce into Glencoe territory and be downed at the 48-yard line, but still very, very good field position for Glencoe to start things offensively here in their first offensive series of the second half.
I'll say it again, most of the football we've seen played tonight has been on our right-hand side on the
northern end of the football field. And right now they're on the southern end, but they don't have but 2 yards to go to get to midfield. Glencoe comes up. Brett Yancey at quarterback. He's got Will Yarborough at fullback and Lohman the tailback. Underwood wide right, also a man wide to the left side. I think that is number 42, but Lohman gets it across midfield down to the 45. Big 7-yard run right out of the gate for Wade Lohman as he picks up good positive yardage for a Glencoe, what will be now 2nd down and 3 situation. That was Fant, 42, also split wide over there for Glencoe. Just now getting back to the huddle. They'll look at 2nd down 3 with 9 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. 6-0. Glencoe leading over Hokes Bluff. Same offensive set with Fant to one side, Underwood to the other, and the I backfield behind Yancey. This will be the tailback. Hit in the backfield back there on a nice play by number 33, Michael Childress.
Childress made a great play for the Hokes Bluff defense.
Childress came busting through, got penetration, and hit Lohman in the backfield, and it'll be 3rd down and 4.
Both of these defenses are fired up the second half.
A lot of pride on either side of the ball. Neither one wants to give an inch. It's 6-0, but that was the first play of the game. Since then, it's been a standoff. A slot left this time. Football on the right hash mark, and now the man in motion back to this side is Minton for Glencoe. Option play, they toss it to Lohman looking for a block. He's got his first down at the 40 to the 38. Yancey was optioning down the left offensive side and had a trailing back, tossed it back just at the right time, and Lohman with that speed cut it up and got his first down at the Hokes Bluff 38-yard line.
The Glencoe line on that left side had the Hokes Bluff defense sealed off, and so there was plenty of room for him to run. There was just 2 Eagles back there for him to try to get by. Of course, the Hokes Bluff had good defensive secondary coverage, but when they get past that line of scrimmage, that's all you got is the secondary.
Glencoe using all the motion coming to the right side that time. Then they turned and ran the option to the left, kind of against the grain, and picked up the yardage. Quick pitch, Lohman coming to the right side. Got only a couple down near the 36.
Guess who? Michael Childress again for Hokes Bluff making the tackle.
Childress had help from number 55, Joey Dickens, but Childress opening up with a big defensive second half here for Hokes Bluff. Only a 1-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down and 9 as they put it at the 37. 7:13 and counting as the clock really running away here as these teams keeping the ball on the ground primarily. And we had a quick first half. 3rd quarter flying by. Underwood split wide right. Fant wide left out of the eye. Quarterback going to keep it himself on an option. He's got some running room, and he gets down to the 31-yard line. Brett Yancey on what almost looked like a busted play when they came out of there. It looked like Yancey wanted to go right, and all of a sudden, Keith Weaver, he ran it back to the left side and had a wide open hole to kind of go through.
I believe Wayne, judging from what the offensive line did, I don't know if he had a busted play. Looks like a little misdirection trying to get the Hokes Bluff linebackers to cheat a little bit to the left, and then he broke it back right on the option.
Take one step the wrong way immediately and then go back the other way, as you say, maybe just a little misdirection play there by the Glencoe offense. 3rd down short, they need 2. A little dump off pass. Gallagher's got it down at the 20-yard line, breaking tackles to the 16. He caught a big pass in the first half down there using his height advantage. This time he just kind of went out from his tight end position about 4 or 5 yards. They got him the ball, and he showed he knew what to do with it after he made the catch. Charlie Gallagher, big number 88, moves it down to near the 16-yard line.
Well, 88 on the yellow jersey is a big target to hit.
So 1st and 10, Glencoe trying to add to a 6-0 lead, 6:04, 6:03 and counting in the 3rd period. Glencoe heading to the northern end zone. They're on the left hash. Yancey on the count. Hands off to Lohman. Lohman's got some running room, and he's tripped up last man that could get him got him at the 10-yard line as he had the sideline. If he could have got one more step with his speed, I believe he would have scored.
That was Daniel Sylvie making the stop for Hokes Bluff, and that was, like you say, probably a touchdown-saving tackle.
We've got the midway third period heat timeout. 5:45 to go in the third. Still Glencoe 6 and Hokes Bluff nothing. I think it's going to be a first down. Yes, it will be first and goal to go for Lohman and company for Glencoe as they just kind of pitch it sweep right for Lohman. Let him cut it back up using his vision, and he cut it back up just at the right time. And they've got it goal to go on first down at the 5.
Daniel Sylvie and Craig Walker involved for Hokes Bluff on stopping him that time.
Football in the middle of the field. Fant will line up wide left and Underwood wide right. They're in the I. Yarbrough and Lohman. This will be Lohman hit in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Again, it's number 33, Michael Childress, the first man back there. And then Sylvie came in with some help. Childress and Sylvie. Boy, Keith Weaver, Glencoe has been down here before, and Hokes Bluff turned them away. Are they going to be able to do it again?
I don't know, Wayne, but that was a great play. Danny Payne, a stunning master on defense, sent all 3 linebackers again, and Childress coming from his left linebacker position snuffed that one out and almost made the handoff there.
Great defensive call with those defensive linemen coming in there with those stunts, and they played it just right. It's second down goal at the 8. Quarterback on the option. They pitch it to Lohman looking for a block. Lohman running for the corner. He's at the 5. He scores. Touchdown, Wade Lohman. As he had the angle there, nobody could catch him as he ran to the corner of the pylon, and it's 6 points for Glencoe.
You called it, Wayne. He had the angle.
Danny Payne said at the top of the broadcast in our interview that he was worried about Lohman's speed, and Lohman just outran the defensive men to the corner for 6 points, and it's 12-0 Glencoe. The point after coming, you would think they would probably go for 2 since the first one was blocked to try to get on 14. Usually you do that when your first attempt is unsuccessful. And it appears they will go for 2. Glencoe huddling, and they'll send Underwood to the right, Fant to the left, and they'll go with split backfield this time, and Yancey on the 2-point conversion. They fumble the snap, and he'll be just swallowed up back there as we have penalty flags flying everywhere. And we'll see as that continues to be a bugaboo for both teams. They can't get the ball from the center to the quarterback. And let's see which team this penalty will work against. Offside, Hokes Bluff. That was probably the reason that time. Somebody might have come in there and popped the center as he was snapping the ball. And that will cost Hokes Bluff half the distance. And that should make the 2-point conversion a little bit a higher percentage type play. It's kind of tough from back there where they snap it at about 2 or 3 yards back, but now they're about 1 yard away, and they'll go for a 2-pointer. They go back into the I formation this time. Yancey on the option play. Got a trailing back. He tosses it to Lohman, and he got it. Yancey just at the last second.
Unbelievable.
Tossed it back to Lohman, and he was able to get it across the goal line for the 2 points.
I mean, Yancey's going down on the ground as he tosses the ball to Lohman.
So timeout on the field, 4:31 left in the game. It's Glencoe 14, Hokes Bluff nothing.
Drive a little and save a lot.
Back 14-0 in favor of Glencoe over Hokes Bluff as Glencoe tries to end this 6-year drought. They've lost 6 times in a row, and they're trying to make number 7 a lucky number 7 for the Yellow Jackets. One thing not too lucky for Hokes Bluff, they're losing 14-0, but I noticed Joey Dickens down there with an injury trying to shake off, it looks like maybe the effects of a leg injury. And he's a big cog in their line.
He's the center, isn't he?
He plays a lot both ways for Danny Payne. He's the right tackle on offense and plays a lot of defense too. Also handles the kicking off chores sometimes too. So we hope Dickens will be able to get back in for Hokes Bluff, just because we hate to see a a senior on either side of the ball not get to play the second half here in this, what probably is their biggest game of the year every year, Glencoe and Hokes Bluff.
Well, this is the game they look forward to and talk about all year long.
Lohman to kick off for Glencoe. Walker is back deepest for Hokes Bluff. Here's Lohman hitting it end over end, and Walker will get it at the 10, up the middle to the 15, to the 20, 25, 30. He's to the 35, 40, 45, midfield. Got one man to beat. That's Lohman, and Lohman will drag him down at the 34.
What a run back by number 1, Craig Walker of Hokes Bluff.
Walker showing great speed, and Glencoe wisely using Lohman, their speed man, back there as the safety valve, or that would have been a touchdown.
Well, he's probably the only man that could have caught him on that run.
Lohman does tackle him, but Keith, I thought he was going to run out the other end of the field just like Underwood did to start the game.
I did too, Wayne. You know, he only had one guy to beat, but Glencoe's defender done an excellent job running him down.
Lohman with all that speed back there, the safety valve, and he got him at the 33. Excellent field position. Boozer on play action. Big rush. He gets it away, though. Got a man open, and he can't get it to him. The defender fell down. An edge running free at the 8-yard line. Couldn't get the pass because it was well underthrown.
Yet Boozer was in the grasp of number 53 for Glencoe. That's Shane Cashman, who is down on the field right now, but Cashman had him by the jersey when he released the ball.
Cashman looks like he's got a cramp, but that was the key there. If Boozer had had a little more time and could have got the ball down to Van Edge, who was running free behind a defender who had slipped and fell back at the 10-yard line, this lead could have been cut in half, but big things didn't happen that time for Hokes Bluff, although they had the chance. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 3:59 left in the third, and they attend to number 53. A sub in. I'm not sure if Cashman will be ready to go after one play, as he's kind of limping a little bit, favoring that leg.
Well, he turns back and gives his teammates some encouragement, so he's feeling pretty good.
Hokes Bluff heading toward the southern end zone from our right to our left. They're on the left hash mark. And they're looking at 2nd down and 10 from the Glencoe 34. Slot right over there as far as wide out. Short drop. Boozer wants to throw. He throws. He's got a man. He made the catch down at his shoe tops at the 29. Woods caught the ball for short yardage. Give him 4. It'll be 3rd down 6 for a Hokes Bluff first down. The Eagles now in 4-down territory.
Glencoe trying to hold them to the whole Hokes Bluff scoreless.
Well, we got a report down here on Joey Dickens for Hokes Bluff from the medical staff here. He's got a jammed neck that he suffered when he made a tackle up there, so he could be out for the game. We don't know. They're still checking him out.
Okay, so we wish the best for Joey Dickens down there with that jammed neck. On a penalty play, Boozer back to pass, got all kind of time, rifles it out there, got a man for a touchdown. Walker will score, but keep in mind there's a penalty flag down.
Against the block.
And it's going to come back. It's going to come back as Walker had worked himself free, and Boozer found him over there at the 15 running free. It's a touchdown, but it will be brought back because of the penalty flag. Keith, did you get a preliminary indication of what's going to cost them there?
No, Wayne, I didn't. I didn't catch the signal, but
they'll give it to us. Illegal motion. And boy, what a big penalty there. Hokes Bluff trailing 14-0, and a 5-yard penalty is going to negate a big touchdown that would have been from about 29 yards out. Now they'll move it back to the 34, where it will be 3rd down and about 11 yards to go.
They're going to try on that side because that man's almost always open.
2 wide people wide right. They fake the draw. Now on play action, they throw it up there, and it's intercepted and then dropped. Underwood had it for a second. Then the offensive man turned into a defensive player and knocked the ball loose from Underwood. That's Van Edge, who made a good heads-up play to recognize the fact that all of a sudden he was on the defensive, and he stripped the ball from the would-be interceptor, Jake Underwood.
Well, they're doubling up on the right side. Van Edge and Jason Woods of Hokes Bluff were both down in that territory, and you got 2 offensive men and just 1 defensive man covering. He can't cover both of them.
It's 14-0, and Hokes Bluff got a big 4th down 11. at the Glencoe 34. They're going for it with Boozer looking them over. Glencoe got about 8 people around the line of scrimmage. Back to pass. Quarterback got some time. He's away, and it's tipped in the air, knocked away by number 44, Jason Floyd.
What a, heads-up play by Floyd of Glencoe.
Penalty flag is down, though, so let's check and see. Glencoe saying it's against Hokes Bluff. Ineligible receiver downfield declined. The football will go over on downs to the Yellow Jackets. Keith, you were right on the spot there. If that ball hadn't been deflected, was it a chance for a catch?
Wayne, he was all over that one, and right there at the end, number 44 for Glencoe tipped it away, but he was clear selling all the way to the end zone.
So Floyd coming up with a big deflection there for the Glencoe secondary. It'll be 1st and 10. Glencoe with 2:57 left in the third. They pitch it to Lohman, sweep left. He's hit, breaks one tackle, gets it, breaks another tackle to the 40, to the 42. Wade Lohman really running hard out there.
Well, 2 good tackles. Craig Walker finally brought him down for Hokes Bluff.
Lohman has lost his last 2 years. This is his 3rd crack at trying to get a victory over Hokes Bluff, or he'll go winless against the Bluff, and he knows that, so he's really putting some extra effort into it, as I'm sure all the players on either side are doing tonight.
His entire life.
So these Glencoe seniors especially, they've never beaten Hokes Bluff. They fake a pitch, and then they give it up the middle. Fullback's got 5-10 yards across midfield to the Hokes Bluff 47. That's Will Yarbrough on the run there as they execute the play nicely. They fake it to Lohman, using him as the decoy. Then they turn and give it to the fullback right up the middle for good yardage. It'll be 1st and 10, Glencoe. Football at the Hokes Bluff 48-yard line. And glad to report things have cooled off up here in the press box. Kind of comfortable after kind of being hot early on. Out of the I formation, wide people left and right. Again, they go with a fullback, and he'll go for a couple of yards down to the Hokes Bluff 45 as Glencoe wants to pick up some yardage, of course, keep it on the ground and eat up the clock. Clock is their ally, what with a 14-point lead here against Hokes Bluff. It'll be 2nd down and 8, and Glencoe, I'm sure, will try to take as much time as they can without getting a penalty between snaps.
Well, this big Glencoe defense that we have seen, that defensive stop they made on Hokes Bluff a while ago was pretty amazing.
Fent to one side, Minton replacing Underwood. He'll line up wide right. Same I backfield of Yarbrough and Lohman, and now Minton in motion. Option play. Quarterback's going to keep it. Struggles free and gets 5 yards. Good play there by Brett Yancey.
Good tackle by Brian Carroll of Hokes Bluff. Yancey struggling for yardage, and Carroll just wrapped him up.
Yancey's done a good job. Once he's come away from that center with the football, they haven't been able to knock the ball loose at all, and he's taken some pretty good licks. He's had some trouble getting the snap from the center a few times, but once he's got it in his grasp, he's engineered the offense very nicely. Brett Yancey, the senior signal caller, he too wants a win over Hokes Bluff, as he's a senior and never has beaten the Hokes Bluff Eagles. 6 in a row that Hokes Bluff has won coming into this one. 26 seconds and counting. Little dump pass over the middle. Gallagher's got the catch, and he's got a 1st down at the Hokes Bluff 31. They don't use him much, but Keith Weaver, every time they've used Gallagher, he has been there at that tight end position.
He sure has, Wayne. He's done a heck of a job for Glencoe. Glencoe taking advantage of Hokes Bluff stunting a lot. You know, Hokes Bluff giving up a little bit of the run. Danny Paynes went stunting his linebackers inside, and all the tight end Gallagher did there was just get in behind the linebackers, and it's clear sailing.
If the linebackers are coming inside to the line of scrimmage, there's a big hole in the middle of the field for Gallagher to get into.
Glencoe's not going to snap it again. They're going to let the clock run out. That's the final play of the 3rd period. After 3 from Hokes Bluff, it's the Glencoe Yellow Jackets 14, the Hokes Bluff Eagles nothing.
And in the bottom of the 8th,
in pretty good shape to maybe to even add to that lead as they have the football 1st and 10 at the Hokes Bluff 31-yard line. They break huddle, led up by Seth Woodard, their center, and they spread the field. Wide people to either side. They're right in the middle, and on 1st down they give it to Lohman. kind of a delayed draw, and he'll go for about 5 yards down near the 26.
Tackled by Chip Weaver of Hokes Bluff.
So you expect to see Glencoe running a lot and running that clock and trying to put some more points up, because right now it's a pretty big hill to climb already for Hokes Bluff, and if Glencoe gets any more points, you would think it was probably insurmountable here in the fourth period. Out of the eye, Gallagher will now come and line up on the left side. He initially lined up on the right. They'll pitch it to the left side. Lohman sweep left, looking for a block, lowers his head and gets to the 21. He's very close to another Glencoe first down. Riding him down over there is number 7, Van Edge. And let's see where they mark the ball. May have to measure this when it's that close.
Well, from the way Van Edge did, I think he may have gotten a first.
On the sideline, they're evidently going to say it's short because they're not bringing the chains across. Will be third down and about a foot.
You're right.
Jake Underwood comes in with a play from the bench, replacing Minton, and Underwood will line up wide on the right side. Fant split wide left, the near side of the field. On the left side where the left hash is, that's where the ball is. And Underwood on the right. Now they'll change the signal. Brett Yancey audibling at the line of scrimmage. He goes to the fullback, and they'll get the first down. Will Yarbrough was met to head up, but he was able to use his leg drive and strength and plow on down to the 20-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Glencoe.
Well, that big Will Yarber's a pretty big boy.
Don't forget that high school football scoreboard immediately following the game tonight. Mark Bishop will have all the scores. If you were at a game and would like to call and tell us about how your game progressed and some of the highlights, feel free to do that. Or if you just have a score to report, we would appreciate it at 547-1157 on the WAX hotline there. Here comes Glencoe, first down at the 20-yard line, and the quick pitch goes to Lohman. They fake the reverse, and Lohman trips in the backfield, and he'll go down for a 4-yard loss. They had Underwood coming back around like it might be a reverse, but Lohman kept the football, and he loses 4 yards.
And the clock just keeps on ticking.
9.5 minutes left in the game. 14-0 Glencoe, and they look at second down 14. You don't want to obviously put the ball in the air or do anything that would stop the clock very often, but you don't want to get too conservative and just kind of say, hey, we got enough points, because Danny Payne football teams have a way of coming back on you. Let's see what Glencoe does on second down 14. Quick pitch, Lohman left this time. He cuts it back up, and boy, what a big pop. Number 33, Michael Childress, who's playing a heck of a defensive second half, really hit him. Textbook tackle there, and there was some stars probably in either one of them's head, because they just butted heads like two big billy goats hitting right there at the 24-yard line.
See what, neither crowd has gotten thinner. Nobody's leaving till this thing's over with.
Keith Weaver, that was a big stick by Childress down there.
Yeah, it sure was. There's a lot of good licks passed tonight on both sides of the football, and that was one of the better looks we've seen all night.
Third down, 14 yards to go now. Glencoe with 8:28 to go in the fourth, and we'll see if they risk a pass here. Yancey on a play action, rolling right, got him in wide open, and he can't get the ball to him.
Short. But
Fant was wide open at the 10-yard line. Nobody within 10 yards of him, and Yancey couldn't quite get the ball out there to him. And a big break for Hokes Bluff there, Keith Weaver, because it looked like more points for certain for Glencoe on that play.
Boy, he was wide open. Hokes Bluff got away with one there. A missed assignment in the defensive secondary. But they've got to hold. This is 4-down territory for Glencoe, because I believe their field goal and extra point team's about as bad as Hokes Bluff.
We'll see, because they're about to attempt a 41-yarder. Underwood will attempt it out of Yancey's hold, a 41-yarder. They put it on the tee. The kick is up, and the kick is just short. He was a dead on, but about looked like 2 or 3 feet short.
2 or 3 feet's about all there was. I mean, it's straight as an arrow.
So, Keith, almost a three-pointer there. That would have been some big points.
And I would have had to eat a lot of crow.
That was
He hit it about 40. He needed 41 there. So Underwood had it on line, but the ball will be a touchback after it goes through the end zone. Hokes Bluff has 80 yards of real estate to negotiate if they want to get some points on the board. They've been shut out. 14-0.
8:09 left in the fourth quarter.
Slot right, also a man wide left, and we expect to see the ball in the air. Boozer back to pass. He's got a man, and he catches it falling down at the 25. Only a 5-yard pickup over there by number 4, Woods, Jason Woods. And the clock rolls,
Which is a good pickup, but for Hokes Bluff, he should have rolled out of bounds.
7:45, and the clock still counting. Wholesale substitutions in there for Hokes Bluff as they come in with another play. Hill will be wide right. Edge over there on the right wing. In fact, it's a double wing look. Little slant pattern. Hill incomplete, and it looked like he hit him a little early. Underwood clapping, and he might have got away with one there. It's a good play if you get away with it, but Keith, it looked like Underwood hit the intended receiver about a half a step before the ball got there.
Yeah, we don't have to see a replay on that one. He definitely missed that one. Hokes Bluff, the big third down play, I don't know, they could be in 4-down time zone right here, but they've got to score on this possession.
3rd down 5 as Glencoe got away with an interference there. Boozer with a double wing lone setback. Big pressure, and he's going to be hit and sacked back at the 23-yard line. He got away from a couple of people, but then big 53, Shane Cashman, put the finishing touches on him, and it'll be 4th down. And at 4th and 8, boy, you just about give the game away if you go for it and don't make it. So it looks like Hokes Bluff will punt it and hope for maybe a turnover on the kicking game or something of that nature. Clock ticks inside of 7 minutes. And Underwood back at his 35 to receive Bontrager's offering if he does indeed punt it away. And we expect he will. Bontrager back at the 10, waiting for the snap. Got a good one, not much of a rush, and a line drive punt, hits at the 50, rolls to the 40, picked up by Underwood at the 37, and he goes down immediately. Good punt coverage there by Hokes Bluff.
Michael Childress.
A little surprised that Underwood, Keith Weaver, would handle that ball with a 14-0 lead. If you don't have real sure hands and you fumble it, boy, it's a big, big play.
Yeah, I don't know. If I had been the coach, I would have said, get away from the ball, let it roll, and especially the way Hokes Bluff punter been having his problems tonight, I would have got away from that one, but he fielded it, and lucky for Glencoe, they held on to it.
Jake showed some good hands, but when that ball is kind of bouncing down through there, it's just liable to take a real funny bounce about the time you're going to pick it up. Underwood did show some real good hands and a lot of guts to pick that one up. At the 35, Glencoe's ball, up the middle, big hole, Lohman got 5, he's got 10. Out near the first down marker, he might have about 9.5. It looks like he's going to be just short of a Glencoe first down, and those big linemen in there for Glencoe might be wearing down Hokes Bluff right now because you didn't see those kind of holes early on.
Childress, holding on for dear life, finally makes the tackle for the Bluff.
Inside of 6 minutes, we should be getting the midway heat timeout here just at any second. I'm sure we'll get it right after this play if they let them run it. 2nd down, about a half yard. Now Gallagher will come and line up on the left side. Let's see if they come this way. No, they go right up the middle. Fullback, first down. Hokes Bluff trying to tackle the ball, but they can't get it away from Will Yarborough. He's got a first down at midfield.
Van Edge trying to get the ball. Can't blame him, though. Hokes Bluff has got to get the ball back soon.
We'll take the midway heat timeout. 5:26 left in the ball game. It's Glencoe 14 and Hokes Bluff nothing. 6 to go. It looks like Glencoe going to get the monkey off their back tonight. They'd lost 6 times in a row to Hokes Bluff, but they lead it 14-0, and they've got the football at midfield. It would take something obviously spectacular for Hokes Bluff to get back in this one. Gallagher will turn and come back to the left side and line up on the left end, and they'll go up the middle with the fullback Yarborough, who will get only a yard, and the clock will run at 5:20 and 19 and counting. Left in the football game.
That was Andy Spurgeon. Spurgeon replaced Yarborough in the backfield.
So Spurgeon getting his first shot at carrying the ball tonight. Hokes Bluff will have to think about when they're going to use their timeouts, as they really are in kind of desperate straits here, as they're struggling to not only get the ball, but to avoid a shutout here. 14-0 as Glencoe looks at 2nd down 9, and Yancey looking over that stacked Hokes Bluff defense. He wants to throw. He's looking long. Throwing the pass out there for Underwood. A circus catch by Underwood at the 10.
Unbelievable. A long, drawn-out throw, and I thought it was never going to come down. Underwood just takes it down beautifully.
Kind of a Big Ben type pass. Just threw it up and let Underwood run on it. And Keith Weaver Hill had that one covered just as well as you could cover it. Just a circus catch by Jake Underwood.
A beautiful catch there by Underwood, just absolutely beautiful. And like you said, the Hokes Bluff defender with excellent coverage, but unbelievable. A circus catch by Glencoe, and this could do it to Hokes Bluff.
Hokes Bluff takes a timeout. 4:26 to play. Timeout, Glencoe 14, Hokes Bluff nothing. From Yancey to Underwood. It clicks down to the 11-yard line. They can get a first down, so it's not goal to go. Quick pitch goes to Lohman. Penalty flags, and they'll whistle this one dead before it can get started. Actually, that's a new tailback. Justin Boggs was the man they tossed it to. So Boggs in there at tailback, but before he could run with the ball, Glencoe called for illegal procedure, and they got some new faces in there. With this 14-0 lead, they want to get some more underclassmen in there to say, hey, we played against Hokes Bluff in that big win back in '93.
Well, I promise you they'll talk about this game for a long time in Glencoe.
Boggs, a junior tailback, getting to see some action.
At least a year.
Lohman is also in there. It'll be Lohman on the wing. Over there, actually, he's in the slot, on the right slot. This will be Lohman coming back from the slot back position, and they were looking for him. Knocked him down after a couple of yards. Actually lost another yard. The penalty cost him 5. That play cost him another yard. It'll be 2nd down 16. The football back near the 18-yard line now.
Chip Weaver, a sophomore for Hokes Bluff, on the defensive stop.
More importantly, the clock just ticks under 4 minutes at 3:59 left in the game, and it looks better and better for Glencoe as they lead at 14-0, and they're camped out down there inside the Hokes Bluff 20 looking for more. Underwood lines up wide left. They've got Fant wide right. Out of the eye, this will be Lohman. Big hole up the middle to the 10-5. He'll score. Touchdown, Wade Lohman, right up the middle, and nobody back there at all in the Hokes Bluff secondary to defend him.
Unbelievable run. 18-yard run by Lohman.
After he broke through initially there, Keith Weaver, there was absolutely nobody back there for Hokes Bluff.
Well, you know, that happens to you a lot of times, Wayne. When Hokes Bluff running their stunning defense, trying just to strip the ball or make something happen, you know, when they're all stunting and they got a gap to go to, a big play like that can hurt you because, you know, you've got people out of position when you stunt. You're taking a gamble. Big play for Glencoe.
Now, on a penalty play, they try to add the PAT. Glencoe was trying to run a man on at the last minute there, and penalty flags everywhere. But you're right. You have to take a chance at that point, though. You're relegated to taking the big chance. That time it didn't pay off for Glencoe, but at didn't play off for Hokes Bluff. But at 3:37 in the game, handwriting pretty much on the wall, you got to, as Keith was saying, you got to take a chance.
Well, I'll tell you what, Wayne, we'll hope to get a chance to talk to Brian Mintz after the game, but I would venture to say this is probably the biggest win of his career at Glencoe.
Hope you do get a chance. We'll try to get the microphone over there and see what Brian Mintz is thinking. They declined that penalty. It was against Glencoe, so the misfired extra point makes it 20-0, and we'll keep it right here as Glencoe gets ready to kick off. And the Glencoe side across the way ecstatic because they haven't been able to cheer in this particular game in years and years. 6 in a row Hokes Bluff had won, and Glencoe going to get back on the W side tonight unless something real freakish happens with only 3:37 to play.
Well, it could happen. Very unusual, but it could happen.
Lohman will kick it off. Craig Walker back deep, and this will be Walker at the 10-yard line. Up the middle to the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and goes down at the 35. Football's on the ground, but they say the ground caused it. And of course, the ground cannot cause a fumble. It'll be Hokes Bluff ball at their own 36, 1st and 10.
Jason Floyd for Glencoe, making him lose his balance.
So the pigskin will be in the air here. Hokes Bluff, right now, they'd like to avoid the shutout at least, as they trail 20-0. And Brian Boozer runs onto the field with a play. Glencoe making a lot of noise in the stands across the way as there's a banner being shown by the cheerleaders as they bring it in front of all the stands over there. Out of the double wing, Boozer back to pass. He's away and he's complete, but a good timing play by Underwood as he timed that just right. Soon as Hill caught it, Underwood popped him at the 44. Hill got up and gave Underwood a little pat on the behind saying, hey, good play.
The banner says Hokes Bluff, turn out the lights, the party's over.
First time they've turned the lights out in 6 years, and they're ecstatic about it across the way on the Glencoe side. First down, the pass out to Edge, and he gets out of bounds near midfield.
But the game's not over yet.
And that'll stop the clock at 2:34, and it will be 1st and 10. Hokes Bluff at the Glencoe. Well, no, they're still on their side of the field, just shy of midfield. Not sure exactly what the timeout situation is. I know Hokes Bluff doesn't have a full complement left. They've already used at least one. And they go with a double wing, back to pass Boozer. Got some pressure. He rolls right. He's away up the middle. It's picked off. Yancey at the 45 at midfield, at the 45-40, and tackled at the 38.
I think the penalty is going to be against Glencoe, roughing the passer, but I'm not sure.
Dickens got back in the game. It's good to see him back in there. He made this tackle. It could also be a clip after the interception, so we'll see. We'll see what they call. 2:22 left. And we'll sort things out and find out what the deal is here. Personal foul, Glencoe. Personal foul, Hokes Bluff. And it looks like they'll, Keith, what are they doing down there? I'm a little confused there. They're going to replay the down?
Oh, I don't know what they're going to do, Wayne. I believe they are going to replay the down. That'll be working Hokes Bluff's favor. But I believe that one player's been tossed out of the game for each team.
Well, you hate to see that here at the last second, but probably won't affect the outcome. 2:22 to go, and 14, make it 20-0 in favor of Glencoe. And they'll just wash that last one out. Offsetting penalties, they'll replay the down. And evidently, Keith Weaver says, with a personal foul, one player ejected on either side.
Wonder who.
Okay, Hokes Bluff's football, and again, it's 1st and 10, just shy of midfield as we play the down over. Clock is rolling at 2:15 now. Boozer, straight back to pass. Got a man down there, incomplete. Walker couldn't hold it at the Glencoe 38-yard line.
Tipped a little bit by number 97, David Wolf of Glencoe.
Wolf almost had a chance to pick it off, couldn't quite get up there to it. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 2:07. Next week, let's see where we will be.
Murphy Stadium.
Murphy Stadium for Walter Welborn at Emma Sansom. Be our second look at the Rebels of the year. On second down from midfield, they go with a draw play. Fumble on the play. Right at midfield, there's a pile up, and we'll see who gets it, but
I believe Hokes Bluff retains possession.
Childress couldn't hold the ball. And Hokes Bluff will get back on it. It'll be 3rd down, and 10 still just shy of midfield.
The Brian Carroll recovered that fumble for the Bluff.
So Hokes Bluff trying to get on the scoreboard. They don't want a shutout here. Let's see if they can do any good on 3rd down. Big pressure. Boozer hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4 back at the 46.
Keith Lancaster started with a freshman named Gage Gover, finished him off for Glencoe.
So 4th down, 14 yards to go, 1:20 left, 20-0 Glencoe, everything going the Yellow Jackets' way, and timeout Hokes Bluff. Timeout, 1:20 left in the football game, 20-0. Glencoe leads over Hokes Bluff. 6-year Jinx off their back with this win over Hokes Bluff tonight.
There'll be several parties in Glencoe, I'm sure of.
Going to try to get a word if Keith Weaver can get Brian Mintz after the game, see what his thoughts are. He has to be tickled to death. 4th down and a big hit back there. Hokes Bluff picks the ball up, but it will go over on downs to Glencoe as Glencoe really teeing off. They know Hokes Bluff has to pass the ball, and Boozer really took a big lick on 4th down there.
By George Gober again, or Gage Gober, I'm sorry. He's the man that caused the fumble for Glencoe.
So the ball goes over on downs, 1:13, and you'd think Glencoe probably will run out the clock here and claim this big win over Hokes Bluff. A lot of new people in there in the game for Glencoe, including a new quarterback. That is number 9, Daniel Cook. Tailback is number 25, Justin Boggs, and he'll get the call. Boggs goes for about 3 or 4 behind the block of the new fullback in there, Andy Spurgeon. So a lot of new names in there for Glencoe. Also coming in, Matt Moon. Moon, the junior tight end. Clock at 40 and counting. Probably one more play, and this one will go in the books as they're working on Brian Boozer, the quarterback. He really took a big lick on that 4th down play just a second ago, and it's his left leg. He come out under his own steam, but he was hurting. Option play, they toss it to Boggs. Boggs trying to turn the corner, and he is hit and knocked down over there by Childress, who had played, some kind of second half defensively. They keep him in bounds, and that's going to do it. That'll run the clock out. As down to 10 and 9, and the crowd counts it off. 6 and 5, and your final score from Hokes Bluff, Alabama. The Glencoe Yellow Jackets 20. Hokes Bluff nothing as they put the ice water on the coach over there. Mintz gets doused, and he has got to be very happy across the way. Keith Weaver going to try to corral him. Keith, if you got a chance, let's see what Coach Mintz has to say. Keith Weaver down on the field with Coach Brian Mintz.
Wayne, I've got Coach Brian Mintz down here after getting a real cold bath there by his players. And, Coach, all the excitement is a great game. Would you say this is the biggest win of your career?
Well, it has been here. There's no doubt about it. It's the biggest win we've had since we've been at Glencoe. You know, we hadn't been able to win what we felt like was a big ball game, and we feel like this is, and we're able to come in and win the ball game. And so it's definitely a turning point. I think, we've reached a peak here for our program, and now we need to just keep climbing on, But I think we're over the hump, you might say, I guess.
Coach, you used a good defense, a bend it don't break defense, and smash mouth offensive plan to whip Hokes Bluff, and an excellent job on your offense.
Well, that's the only way these guys can play. We're not real. They've worked hard on the weights and got themselves strong, and we're not real good at finesse, and we have to run the football and play well, and they did that. And the defense, again, they played the great game that they always play. And we were real fortunate to get that out of them. And the place I felt like we excelled at really was in the kicking game. And, that's been a hindrance to us in our first 3 contests, really.
You opened up the game with a big touchdown run back at the opening kickoff. Coach, you go to 3-1. What does it look like the rest of the season?
Well, we got a long road to hoe still. We got our first area game next week. And all this is for naught if we don't go out and win those. That's what we've got to do, and we're just looking forward to getting started again on Monday on the new season.
Coach, a big win. Congratulations. Good luck the rest of the season.
Keith Weaver down on the field with an ecstatic Brian Mintz. His team played marvelously as they beat Hokes Bluff 20-0. We'll be back right after this.